Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. We're back with another online multiplayer video, and today, as you can see from the title, we are playing with the full Flashpoint team.
Now we're a little bit limited because of the fact that Aquaman and Deathstroke haven't had enough NPCs. It's really just the one.
Yeah.
So they're at Elite 2, so we've held Flashpoint Batman back for the same. And we're taking advantage of all their passives by making Deathstroke our specialist, but also with Razzle Glow Scimitar to see if he can get extra drain with extra combo ender hits.
Yeah, and this is a really good team. We actually checked out just before we filmed this, and we had won 100% of our defensive battles.
13 out of 13.
Yeah, which is good. That's actually a good amount of free defensive points.
Yep. And I'm still of two minds about whether there's a huge amount of value. I actually still don't like the idea of getting defense battle points, but the fact is it's still a really good team.
Yeah.
Aquaman's got his special where he's got the reflecting 40% of the damage. Oh wow, that was fast.
On tag.
Yeah, and give Batman obviously destructive blows for everybody else. And so you see Astro Harness right there, but his barrier is still protecting him. So Aquaman's a tank, Deathstroke's your specialist, and Batman is a basics dealer. And I should say, despite being limited to Elite 2, we have a huge advantage over the teams we're facing simply because they don't have the gear to match it. So it's not so much that we win, it's got to be how quickly we win, which this was not a good demonstration for.
Yeah, so the gear advantage definitely puts us in a kind of higher tier than everybody else with equivalent stats.
Right, so still only 33 seconds. But it gives you a sense of just, I mean, what we're looking for is playing it the way we would when they're fully like maxed out Elite 7 or potentially Elite 10. And that's, that was decent, but I think we need to make a better showing of ourselves the next fight.
Hopefully we can get most of the fights a little bit faster than that.
Yeah.
Just because, as you can see, most people, well, the people we've been facing up to this point don't even have that much gear, don't have it all maxed out, not even one piece maxed out per guy, which...
And I think if the fastest strategy would probably be using Batman for everything, but I do want to play around with the other guys just to get a feel of how good they are, because he's doing a huge amount of damage, right?
Yeah, it's almost hard to remember how much work it was to get all the stuff we got. Like, we've got kind of a nebulous sense that it took us a really long time, right? But I don't know about you, I don't personally have a huge sense about, like...
Yeah, it's been a long
like
time.
the hour count.
We've been doing this for a few years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And also, we've been using glitches.
That's true.
People at this point probably raise their accounts up to where they are, like, in a game with significantly less glitches.
So 17 seconds is not bad. I think anytime you can do maybe 15 or less, it's an indication of a really powerful team.
Yeah.
I don't think there's... I guess the one potential weakness is in this Flashpoint team that which we're not seeing here is that if we're facing Raven, all right, this is going to slow us down. Oh no, it won't, because there's no Green Lantern. I was thinking Red Sun team. Oh,
And no gear.
yeah. So that's If I'm going to be really disappointed if we can't mow through these guys pretty quickly. But yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Like right now, we've been playing for so long that it would be. Part of me's tempted to maybe do a challenge and start with something a little bit weaker.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to do any kind of actual, like, significant amount of video content with that, because we couldn't do, like, a playthrough or anything. We just wouldn't have the time.
Oh, that's pretty...
But,
I mean, considering it's a decent amount of extra damage on the special.
Yeah. That
When
was
you've got
19,000 just then, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was our last hit or whether that was the...
That looked like the crit from Batman.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, though.
And the point total's not awful. I mean, it's not like 5,000, but
yeah,
we're it's in some ways. I guess we should probably do something with as far as looking at the calculations of whether it's worth. All right, hold on. So they're really geared up for Arkham. All right, it'd be worth doing a fight. Oh yeah, and he's way stronger than ours. It'd be worth figuring out what's the value in doing slightly weaker opponents with a slightly weaker team.
Yeah.
But basically being guaranteed the 7 fight bonus, as opposed to how many that you'd have to lose to make that a better value proposition.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the options, it seems like, especially for defensive battles, it's actually probably better to have a lower tier team and just give yourself all the gear, right?
Yeah.
Because then the defensive battles you have a much better chance of winning. But I guess you'd have to run the numbers on that based on like the most frequent teams that you see in online multiplayer when you have a high point team.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to figure out whether it's worth it or not. Like, I know probably if you had a bronze team, like an Elite 7 bronze team, and you really like fully geared them up, you'd probably be able to
Submit.
Oh,
be
yeah.
pretty hard to beat in online multiplayer. But I don't even know if I'd want to do that, right? That feels like you'd be providing somebody a challenge that's more frustrating than fun.
I completely agree with that.
So I think that's a case in which, when you're optimizing at the expense of other real world like people,
Right.
it's not necessarily worth doing.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it right now. You said it before. We're not seeing anybody with maxed out gear.
Yeah.
So it might be worth revisiting this team again with just like the sort of bare minimum, or even maybe bare.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be tempted.
Maybe like limit yourself to one piece of 2-star gear each or something.
Yeah.
Max, like evolved into 3.
Yep.
Would be fair, because it seems like that's approximately what we're seeing.
Yeah. Oh, he blocked that too. Look, doesn't have a lot of health left. I've always found Darkseid's rhythm are hardest to fight against, because even though he looks slow, he seems to be that little bit of off that makes it easy for him to interrupt our combos. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do something a little different at the end of this video, maybe, because one of the things we talk about sometimes is what goes into filming this. We've got other footage of fights using this full Flashpoint team, but we're not going to do commentary on all of them. But we will link and post it up on our extras channel so that you can take a look at that. Just,
Yeah, so you can check the link in the description, or
action without commentary.
Black Adam.
the eye in the top right corner if we get the timing right to put it here.
Nightwing.
Yeah. So these guys, I think, have a stat advantage against us, but that's really it. Oh, and that's the new way to recharge, right? We don't even bother trying to go back because it goes through too fast.
Yeah.
So I think as a team, the one sort of problem area would be Raven, because we don't have anybody with a good high damage, either single or low hit special.
Yeah.
So we probably have to sacrifice somebody to knock her out. And my vote for that, if I was going to be facing her, would probably be Aquaman.
Wait, this is something that I actually don't know. Does the Astro Harness's invincibility lock the health, or can it still be swapped with Raven?
I'm pretty sure it can still be swapped, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because that's the kind of thing I don't know for sure. It seems like that's a thing where it could go either way, right? Where it's possible it could be swapped, but it's also possible that while you're invincible, what it just does is actually lock your health bar where it's at. Like, it can't be moved, right? Or
All right,
changed.
so yeah, all right, so
We should test that.
that might be worth,
Or if anybody in the comments knows, let us know.
or even better, film it.
That would be good, yeah.
The Flash.
Oh, there we go, Raven.
Raven.
Speak of the devil.
The Flash.
And she is Elite 6, level 50, so she's potentially the strongest of the three.
See, this would be a challenge if we didn't have any gear, or we had low gear, because they're geared up.
Yep. So then here's where Batman becomes really important, because Reverse Flash is meant to discourage specials. And I think he should, and I think Flashpoint Batman should be able to take care of him pretty easily. And it's been so fast so far, right? It's less than 9 minutes worth of fighting, and we were already at the 7th fight.
I say maybe we don't try to check the Astro Harness thing, just because this is going to be a hard fight. We'll save it for a non-video fight.
Yeah, and besides, we don't want to take the chance of...
Yeah.
I think it was the League of Assassins gear or something. We're locked in. So yeah, and he's doing enough damage. It's all right. So did we trigger that once or twice? Twice, I think. So she's done. Oh, I got spoiled. I'm so used to everybody coming in for a bit of action at the end. This is perfect. Oh, I was brought him in for take the special, but he looks like he
Just killed him.
drained some of his power.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's been killed.
And there you go. I think the verdict is the full Flashpoint team is pretty darn good.
Yeah, so there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching this.
And if you want to see the other videos, the links are right there.
We'll see you guys next time.
Komoda.